Hello and welcome to my channel, IWinToLose Gaming. So today I am unfortunately the bearer of bad news because our boy Neuvillette was nerfed a bit. So literally as I was editing this video, we got an update from Hoyoverse, which I will update a bit later on in this video. So Hoyoverse messed up so bad that they are actually doing a rollback. Holy cow, this is literally the first time I have ever seen such a thing happen to Genshin Impact. And most importantly, we are actually getting 1,600 Primo Gems because of this mistake that they made, as well as me feeling like a clown literally posting my video like an hour after this freaking tweet, which kind of, really drove me a bit insane. But here we go. We have a new video instead covering it. So next I'm going to go over what exactly happened, how they ended up nerfing Neuvillette, and I guess they're going to do a rollback now. So what exactly happened to Neuvillette? Now, I actually think IWin actually provides us a bit of foreshadowing to what happened to Neuvillette in version 4.8. Now, IWin, if you don't know, her ultimate is basically like a mini Neuvillette laser cannon. You can see when Neuvillette shoots his laser, he's able to move a bit and he's able to, just move his laser around. However, when it came to IWin, one of the first things I noticed about her in the last version 4.7 when she was released was that she cannot spin to win. So here we can see I'm spinning and we're going to start spinning. If we use her ultimate, we can see that she is still going at a pretty slow rate despite me spinning like a madman right there. And here, let's take a quick look at the spin to win tech that we are talking about prior to version 4.8. So this is literally just 4.7, and we can see, if you guys know me, you know that I love the spin to win tech. Neuvillette is one of my favorite characters, and this is one of the reasons why is because he has a giant, insane radial AoE attack. Just by increasing the DPI of your mouse like crazy and then just spinning, you're able to just spin and hit literally everything around Neuvillette for near maximum damage. And yeah, this made him incredibly overpowered against spread out enemies across the map. As we can see, these enemies are spread out, but Neuvillette just doesn't care because he can just spin to win to take care of all of his problems. But now we can see that, let's get a few balls here. And if we start spinning, all of a sudden you can see that his spin slows to a halt and we are unable to spin like the glory days back, when obviously the spin to win tech still worked. And I even made an entire video explaining how this tech worked, as well as my concerns about the tech, how it might be patched out in the future. And unfortunately, that day has come. And here we can actually see that they did post this under their version 4.8 patch notes. We can see here that characters fixes an issue whereby Neuvillette could rotate at an unusually high speed when casting his charge attack, resulting in an abnormal attack range under specific circumstances. Let's be completely honest, they should have released Neuvillette with IWin's elemental burst turn speed if they actually wanted this to not be an issue. But here we are today. Obviously this bug has been unaddressed until now, so that is why this problem even exists in the first place. And they did let us know in the in-game mail as well. So for those of us that weren't affected by this change / bug, we all got 100 Primo Gems. Woohoo! However, my take on this is, I gotta be honest. I think Hoyoverse dropped the ball on this one, because this is something that they could have and should have at least addressed if they were going to change way back in version 4.2 when Neuvillette was released, because this has been well known by the entire community. I put it out. My videos have gotten well over 1 million views that included the spin to win tech. And supposedly Hoyoverse even knew about this back during 4.2's beta. However, obviously I can't corroborate that. But what I can say is that this has been known for such a long time, and for them to now address this, we are now at version 4.8 where Neuvillette has already had a rerun as well. So that implies that this spin to win tech is here to stay. Now, exactly how big of an actual impact does this actually have? Let's take a look at a few clips here that I've prepared for you guys Now this first clip demonstrates in 4.7 we have the spin to win tech on the left, just the last patch 4.7 against the current Abyss 12, and we can see that this Neuvillette on the left with the spin to win is able to just completely mow down everything, and the Neuvillette on the right, on the other hand, is not able to spin to win at all, and the enemies are not, obviously dying to his complete lack of spinning to winning. So in other words, this tech is completely unviable now as of version 4.8, but not all is completely doom and gloom. And this next clip here is where we are playing Neuvillette as intended, aka not spinning to winning, because let's be honest, spin to win was probably not originally intended by the developers. However, here we go. We are just going to play as normal people would without spinning to winning, and we can see that just by positioning ourselves properly, we're able to get a very, very, very similar result to the 4.7 spin to win tech for the specific Abyss 12. But of course, this does not take away from situations where the spin to win tech is actually optimal, as well as the very, very slow addressal of Hoyoverse for this specific bug. Personally, I would have hoped for them to address this much sooner, or at least make a statement so that way players know that it is not intended. Because without any public statement from them for all this time, it is believed that this is intended to at least stay, or to just be kind of, swept under the rug. The reason for this is because so many other bugs that are unintended in the game, like for example, the book trick for Abyss 12 where you were able to cheat the timer essentially, are, I believe, still in the game. I haven't tested for version 4.8, but things like that still remain in the game and just haven't been addressed. Now, something like that, though, is not you bought a character because you intended to use the character for this purpose. At least it's such a universal mechanic that I wouldn't, directly say that, hey, people pulled for a certain character because of the book trick mechanic. However, when it comes to Neuvillette, I'm sure that some people, now likely a vast minority of people, chose to pull Neuvillette due to having this spin to win as an option slash, that's kind of part of his kit, because, it's been 6 entire patches where it wasn't addressed until, well, finally now, they finally addressed it version 4.8. So if we take a look at Reddit, well, we can see here that some people are getting pretty upset about this. This person did bring up the good point that this is not his first rerun. And of course, they are bringing up that Mona's Constellation 1 has not been fixed. And they also mentioned me here. Yes, indeed, I did include this. It has been 9 months. It's actually crazy. It's been an entire 9 months. And it looks like, sorry, Neuvillette's talking in the background. Let me just silence him real quick. And we can see now that Chinese players are now reporting the Neuvillette situations according to this person. Now again, I haven't verified these claims, but this tweet thread is very interesting, as well as this Reddit post. So people are obviously very upset about this. And of course, I do think it is important to see multiple perspectives. And this person says, am I the only one who feels this then? When I went on Reddit and saw Neuvillette got nerfed, I was so scared because he's my favorite character. Then I scrolled through, he's just clunky and felt weird to use now. After that, I quickly updated my gameplay of the Abyss and was like, what, change? I'm serious, I don't feel the clunkiness. Am I missing something? Why is everyone mad? And this is a great point, because if you're just playing casually, and for me as well, when I just booted up Genshin Impact and played, I actually didn't notice this nerf as well, because in most situations you are not spinning to winning. Now let's actually go through this tweet in more detail. Rollback fixed to abnormal rotation speed for Neuvillette's charge attack. Dear travelers, after the version 4.8 update, we have been paying close attention to the feedback regarding the new version, of which includes the fix to the abnormal rotation speed for Neuvillette's charged attack. After reading through all your feedback, we truly understand everyone's concerns. We are sincerely sorry that this fix has resulted in an unsatisfactory experience for our travelers, and we realize that no matter what the original intention was, modifications to any released characters would hurt the trust and support that our players have given us. Thus, we would like to sincerely apologize to all of you. Prior to this, the dev team noticed that under certain circumstances, this is crazy to me, because they're implying under circumstances they just noticed that. Come on guys, this has been around for a long time. Players could achieve high speed rotations with Neuvillette during his charge attack by adjusting the sensitivity or mouse DPI settings, which allowed him to inflict 360-degree damage. However, for travelers using different devices, achieving similar results will be difficult. Funnily enough, I do actually do this often on mobile. Moreover, the high camera rotation speed would result in visual blurry of game sceneries and enemies, which significantly deviates from the usual gaming experience. Developers' original intention was to ensure that under normal gameplay, Neuvillette's charge attack damage remains consistent, without affecting the intended controls by travelers, whereby a normal rotation speed or shaking could be achieved. With this premise, we aim to adjust the rotation speed to a reasonable range to ensure travelers' consistent experience over different devices. With multiple factors needed to be considered, repeated discussions and testing, the fix was implemented in version 4.8. So this is actually true. This is very difficult to perform, if not impossible, correct me if I'm wrong about that, on PlayStation devices. Anyway, after the fix went live and travelers experienced it firsthand, players provided a lot of feedback regarding the fix. Some travelers mentioned that using Neuvillette's charge attack now felt more clunky, which it does, which was indeed an oversight on our part. Therefore, after gathering and compiling feedback and suggestions from travelers, we've decided to roll back this fix in a subsequent update. So funnily enough, in a subsequent update, in this case, it took 6 patches to fix to nerf Neuvillette's rotation speed. Now it might take 6 more patches to actually revert him. Now, personally, I don't think it'll take that long, but hey, you never know when it comes to Hoyoverse when they say subsequent updates. Here's me hoping that they actually fix this in the next patch. And most importantly, and issue a compensation of Primo Gems X 1600 to travelers accordingly. Please stay tuned for further notices regarding the specific update schedule and issuance of compensation. We once again sincerely apologize to all travelers. We thank you for your support. It is because of all of you that Genshin Impact has come this far. In future updates, we will be more cautious in decisions related to content that's been released to provide the best possible gaming experience for travelers. So I actually think that the massive backlash on the CN side in particular, when it came to the lawsuit, actually might have led to this change, which is actually crazy because they're not supposed to nerf characters after a character is released. In this case, there's no way to frame this besides that it is actually a nerf to Neuvillette, especially in massive AoE situations. I mean, this has been around for literally 9 months, and people that have spent their money are now kind of getting a bit screwed over for those that like to use the spin to win tech by not being able to do it in version 4.8. So we'll see when they finally actually fix this. I'm hoping for it to be soon because, you know, I obviously enjoy the spin to win tech. But it does look like, at the very least, we got some interesting discussions and content, as well as 1600 Primo Gems for everyone, due to this historic rollback that Hoyoverse has implemented. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Personally, I think this is a crazy development with all of this. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. This is IWinToLose, signing out.
歌え